What's up? Now, we all had our favorite breakfast cereals growing up as kids, and some of us still eat them. I do. We're going to talk about the top 5 favorite breakfast cereals coming up. Not 10, 5.
Shut up.
Welcome back to Chat Stew. I'm Joe.
I'm Rick.
And today we're going to be talking about our favorite top 5 breakfast cereals. All right, coming in at number 5, Peanut Butter Crunch.
Mine is Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks. Man, I forgot about Apple Jacks.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
I don't know if it would have. Maybe. But I love Peanut Butter Crunch. I like peanut butter stuff in all sorts of formats, whether it's cereals, or snacks, parts of a meal, desserts.
I agree. I am a huge peanut butter fan myself. And strangely enough, nothing in my list has peanut butter in it.
Interesting.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. Yeah. All right, coming in at number 4 for me is going to be Honeycomb.
Those two were actually my 5th choice. Apple Jacks and Honeycombs were actually dancing for that number 5 spot on my list.
So it didn't make it in, or that 4 is Honeycomb for you?
It did not make it in. My number 4 choice is Captain Crunch Berries.
Ah, yes. I enjoy Captain Crunch Berries. Potential spoiler for my list. Maybe not.
Interesting.
But for me, Honeycomb. I don't know. It's I was going between Honeycomb and Pops. Pops was a little too sticky and like syrupy kind of for me for the honey choice.
Gordon syrupy.
Yeah, for the honey choice. But I like the Honeycomb. It's, kind of light and just that right amount of honey sweet flavor. So, okay. So, Captain Crunch Berries. Why? What are you enjoying about that? Is it the mix?
Well, because I was a fan of Captain Crunch, and since we're the age we are, Captain Crunch was out for quite a long time before Crunch Berries popped up. And then all of a sudden it was Captain Crunch, and then they're throwing these berries in there, and you're like...
Just mess up your whole entire world.
So, had to try it.
So it's not just the berries. So, because later they did just the berries cereal. So you don't like just the berry. You want the mix.
No, I mean, that's good, but I like both of them. I like the mixture.
Good man. All right. Number 3 for me is going to be Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles. Mm-hmm.
But there's a caveat to that, and I'll share that once he does it. Number 3.
My number 3 choice is Golden Grams.
Golden Grams, yes, that could almost fall under the honey flavored choice, but okay. What about Golden Grams?
Honey flavored, had like a coffee honey flavored taste to it.
Which one?
Golden Grams.
Oh,
had like that earth tone flavor.
Oh, graham crackers.
Yeah.
Basically eating graham crackers cereal.
Fair enough.
The Cocoa Pebbles.
Your caveat.
The caveat is that...
I don't want to hear it. Hold on. I don't want to hear it. Save it for later.
Save it for later?
Because I'm your brother and I know exactly what it is.
Okay.
We're gonna save it. Just trust me.
Okay. There's a reason why it's on there for me in the number 3, which again, I guess we'll get into later. But if not for that reason, it would not be on my list, actually. It's only because of something else. So we'll talk about that later, I guess, coming up. All right. So number 2 for me is going to be Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Delicious. My number 2 is going to be Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles. So, okay. So on the list. Now, would it be on the list?
There is an asterisk next to it, Joe.
Would it be on the list without that?
No.
Okay. So it's probably the same reason since we grew up, and we'll save that secret reason until later, to keep you guys hanging on and watching the video. So we're gonna go to our number one slot, and then we actually have a couple extra bonus categories at the end. So stick around. It's a late mention for that if you're still here, but stick around. So number one for me, number one slot, Captain Crunch Crunch Berries. You heard of his before, but that's my number one cereal. I love the blend. I don't want just the crunch, and I don't want just the berries. I want Captain Crunch Crunch Berries together. It's a beautiful melody. And with all the rumors, they do tend to cut the roof of your mouth if you have too much. But that to me is just a signal that you've had too much. It lets you know. It's like drinking.
So my number one is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay, so okay. Number two.
We're trading blows. We're walking by each other.
Yeah. It's
Cinnamon Toast Crunch was the first of all, it's probably the only cereal where I bought a box and I've destroyed it that very same day by myself in one sitting. So
no one likes to admit it, but that we've all.
No one admits it, but that's the only cereal I've just sat down and I've just there's one bowl, there's two bowls, 4 bowls later, I'm just like,
oh,
still good,
yeah,
and just kept going. So
I always opted out of. I didn't drink the milk afterwards. It was too much of a.
No. I never drunk milk.
I like the cereal, and I like it when it was the 3 bakers making it. Maybe I'm just showing my age, but now they just have the little crunches running around eating each other, like cannibalizing themselves.
Yes,
and it's kind of weird.
I remember the whole thing. They had the 3 bakers, and then I think 2 of his friends got lost in some kind of alternate timeline or universe. And he went on a mission to go find him.
Yeah, something like it was just the one old.
And then it was just the one old fat dude that was running the show for a while, and then he disappeared.
Yeah, times have changed.
A decade later, these little crunch things came up.
Just the crunches came, and they start eating each other. Took over the factory, I guess. All right, so I've got a couple bonus categories, and. What is the one cereal that is to you super enjoyable, but it's just too much of a good thing? After you start eating it, you realize it wasn't as good as you remember it being, even though you told yourself the last time, but you still keep trying it through as time goes on. For me, Golden Grams. It's too much. I start eating it, I'm like, yeah, this is great. Halfway through the bowl, I'm like, it's just too much of a good thing for me. And I always say I'm going to stay away from it, but every so often I'll grab a box and rediscover that it's too much for me. How about you?
Well, that pick would be Lucky Charms.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This is kind of another caveat to that. So Lucky Charms is generally the cereal that I would eat if there's marshmallows in the cereal.
Okay.
However, any cereal with marshmallows on it has the same effect to me, whether I've liked them before in the past or tried them for the first time. Anything with marshmallows on me, I get 3 bites and I'm just like, this is just, I feel my teeth falling out right now. So anything with marshmallows is a no-go for me. The one that stands out among them all is Lucky Charms. We had another side category, and especially when you're getting older in years and you still enjoy cereal, you do try to shift your mind state a little bit and maybe try to trickle down further down that cereal aisle and try to find the healthier option that you might go after from time to time.
Healthy choice.
So with that being said, my healthy choice of what I would get when I was trying to be a little bit more health conscious when it came to what I was eating in the morning would have been Honey Bunches of Oats.
Which probably still is just as bad.
Which probably still is horrible for you, and I'm not even going to lie, I still took that spoon Sprinkle a little sugar on top of it.
No,
Just to sweeten it up just a little bit.
no,
Absolutely.
no. That could be a whole nother category as cereals we sprinkled sugar on, like Corn Chex, cereal, Cheerios, Rice
Absolutely.
Krispies.
Yep.
Just turned into
That was the biggest one.
a sugar pot.
It was good, and then you just get that half spoonful in one bite.
Of sugar. All right, so my healthy choice is grape nuts.
Yeah, oh God, I remember those.
It's just you're chewing on rocks or feel like you're a horse, man. But for some reason, it was satisfying. You just crunch.
Grape nuts. I do remember that. I actually was thinking of trying to think of what the name of that cereal was before we started this endeavor of ours, and I couldn't remember.
They taste fine. They taste good. They have a little good flavor to them. But man, is it just difficult to get through them. Your jaw's sore after a bowl.
That's why it was good for you, because you got to work out as you were eating it.
I guess. Oh my gosh. All right. So you guys hung around to the end. We're going to tell you the caveat in our Cocoa Pebbles being included on each of our favorites list. And I'll let Rick chime in on it and see if it's the same reason. It obviously has to be. But let's go ahead and hear it. Rick?
So the reason why Cocoa Pebbles was number 2 on my list, Cocoa Pebbles had to be served with half and half milk.
I know it sounds gross. Just it was kind of like a dessert thing that our dad, rest in peace, would do, and he turned us on to it. And it would be like a treat. Once in a while, I'd be like, "Hey, guys, don't know about this," and he would put half and half creamer, milk, cream, milk, or whatever,
Just half
and half into the bowl of cereal of Cocoa Pebbles, and it was like this creamy, magical, delicious. Like, again, it was more of a dessert. So it sounds disgusting, but if you like Cocoa Pebbles, do yourself a solid and try it with half and half instead of milk, and your mind will be blown. It will change your life forever.
All right, guys, that was our top 5 choices for cereal. What we want to do, we want you to get that comment section below so we can see what your top 5 cereal is. Is it close to Rick and Joe, or is it completely different? If you guys enjoy what we're doing, go ahead and give us a like. Make sure you subscribe. And also, guys, don't forget to hit that notification bell so when we come out with new content, you're the first ones to find out about it.
That's right. Now, that's going to do it for this episode of Chat Stew Top 5 Breakfast Cereals. I'm Joe.
And I'm Rick.
We'll see you next time.
And also, guys, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't mess up when we come out.
What?
I'm starting over.
Oh, I was like,
What?